Now joining me on the line is undefeated welterweight Giovani Santillan, who this Saturday night takes on the veteran Erick Bone in Oklahoma, live on ESPN Plus. Giovanni, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, doing well.
Thanks for joining us, giving us a few minutes of your time. We got this big fight, a few days out. We're taping. Erick Bone, veteran guy. What are your thoughts?
I think it's a good fight. I'm excited to get back in the ring. I haven't fought in almost about a year, so I'm really looking forward to this fight and getting back in the ring.
Now, what was the reason for the 11th month layoff? I know you had some cuts in your last fight. Was that a big part of the reason?
I had some cuts, but I'm always training. I'm always ready to go. It just wasn't happening for me, so I've been, just trying to stay in the gym, stay busy, work on things that I felt I needed to improve from my last fight. And so once I got the call, I was ready to go.
Erick Bonet's a guy. He's been in with Sean Porter, Sergey Lipinets, some real solid names in there. Hasn't really, whenever he's kind of stepped up, he hasn't gotten the victory. He's been competitive in some of those fights. What do you expect from the veteran fighter from Ecuador?
It's like you said, he's experienced. He's been in there with a lot of big names, a lot of experienced guys. So I expect him to, come out with his own little tricks, and show that experience come Saturday night. But we're ready. I've been training very hard. I think I'm on another level, and I'm looking for bigger fights after this. So I have to show that, on Saturday, and I'm ready to show that.
You said you're ready for bigger fights after this at 30-0. Were you expecting by your 30th fight, not to take anything away from Erick Bone, but maybe a bigger name by your 30th fight?
Definitely, definitely. I've been working hard for a very long time, and I want the big fights. But it is what it is. This is the name that they put in front of me, and I'm gonna go in there and do what I got to do and get them out of there.
Yeah, it's not like, I mean, you look at your last five fights. You have the former world champion DeMarco, McCullough 23-4, Angel Ruiz 17-1, Baranza 23-2, and Avila in your last fight with 19-0-2. So it's not like you've been in there with you're just biding your time, getting up wins.
Yeah, yeah. My time's coming though. My time's coming. I just got to keep winning. Got to keep performing, and it's coming. It's coming soon. Especially we got the Errol Spence and Crawford fight happening. I know that they have two fights that are gonna happen between them, and after that, I think anything can happen. I think the doors are gonna open up.
Well, one of my last questions was going to be, but since you're a, I'm only asking you because you're a welterweight. I'm not one of these people who are going to ask heavyweights. What do you think of this fight? Well, you're a welterweight, so obviously, you got a little stake in the game because, like you said, once these one or two fights happen, things are going to start moving in terms of titles and rankings and so forth and so forth. What are you predicting for next Saturday night in Las Vegas?
From between their fight, I
Yeah.
think honestly, I give a slight edge to Crawford, but I think any one of them can pull it off. I think it's just about who makes the quicker adjustments in the fight. They're both good fighters. They both have shown great performances in the past. So we'll see, but I think slight edge to Crawford for me.
Last couple of questions with you. Friday, I'm going to get off the little beaten track here a little bit. Friday night, I don't know how much you've thought about. It's maybe a little bit bittersweet night for you as it's the last fight card for Thompson Boxing. And, obviously, you go down your record. You were built, molded, the whole nine yards on Thompson Boxing with the late, great, the wonderful man, Mr. Thompson and Alex. Give me a couple thoughts on that. Obviously, that affects you somewhat because, like I said, you fought many, many times on the Thompson Boxing series.
Yeah, definitely they helped build, who I am, got me that a lot of ring experience, being when I was signed with Thompson. And yeah, it's kind of sad to see, I think they had a lot of great shows. They always put on great shows, those club fights. And I think that's what we need. So I think we're gonna feel whole, there once that's gone.
At 30-0, I mean, you're kind of close. And obviously we talk about guys like Tim Bradley and Mauricio Herrera, Josecito Lopez.
Yeah.
Could Giovanni Santillan maybe become the last champion that was built up on that series? You ever thought about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like I'm up next. These guys paved the way and I'm following the same steps.
Well, we will let you go just a few more minutes. What do you want to say to the fans out there in closing before we see you this Saturday night take on the veteran Erick Bone? Oh, well, actually, one question. Bone, he's on a little bit of a winning streak. He went back to Ecuador. I think he's won 5 or 6 in a row. I mean, what do you take? He's come to the States. He's fought the guys we mentioned. He's lost to them, goes back to Ecuador. What are your thoughts on Bone now at this stage of his career?
I think he's experienced. That's what he has. So you could never take that away from him. At any moment when he got that experience, you just pull out, those little tricks, out of nowhere, that you've always had. And so I'm ready, and I'm expecting. I always go in there expecting the best version of him. But I feel that I'm levels ahead of him, and I'm going for a world title. So I'm not feeling like this is the guy that I want to show everybody what I have, and show that I'm on the level of the guys that beat him previously.
Undefeated welterweight, 30-0 with 16 knockouts. Giovani Santillan, we thank you. Just give us a final thought before we let you go.
No, just thank you. And I want everybody to tune in. It's going to be a great fight. I know that my time is coming, and so don't miss out on this fight, because it's going to be an exciting fight for sure.
It's like 95 degrees and humid here in the east. So I just love to get the San Diego weather report, because it's the best weather in the country. What's the weather in San Diego?
It's been getting warm. It's been getting warm. The past 2-3 weeks been getting hot. Back in June, it didn't feel like summer yet, but now it's like, man, it's going up.
Great place, San Diego. A lot of people, myself included, one of the most beautiful places in the United States. Giovani, we look forward to seeing you this Saturday night. Take on Erick Bone live on ESPN Plus from Shawnee, Oklahoma. We wish you best of luck, and we'll talk to you along the way.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.